Crashing out, I'm not crashing out, I'm not crashing out. It's not a crash out. That's not a crash out, you guys. I just, oh my god, I'm crashing out. This coffee becomes, look at that, you guys. Look at that, just a little. Oh, and I'm out of oat milk. Hey you guys, it's the morning and I just got back from a run like half an hour ago. I have been making it a point to go on my early morning runs just because having that time where I just go outside and not really think about anything really sets me up right for the day. You know, I've been crashing out a little bit and I've been like looking at like my rituals or my routines and trying to figure out what actually I can do so that I'm not crashing out. I'm about to go and take a meeting, and I think what I'm gonna do afterwards is take my laptop and honestly just go over to a nice cafe and do some work while being outside and in the midst of people. As much as I'm trying to save money and be resourceful, I know that I have a great time and I'm productive when I take my work outside. So I don't know if it's humidity, but you guys, I'm like breezing through a 5K. Like, it is so easy for me. I'm like not one to struggle through a 5K run, but holy crap, like I don't know if it's the humidity or what it is, but I was dry heaving at 2.5 kilometers. I was like, I cannot do this. And I'm also not one to like give up, like I really don't, but I just had to stop. So, you know, unfortunately, like my morning runs have not all been solid 5Ks, but regardless, it's been really nice to just establish a routine where I'm like forcing myself outside and then like naturally realizing that like it's nice to be outside, you know, and then wanting to be outside when I wake up. But yeah, I just can't believe like I have this little space, you know, like I spent some time in the morning after I showered after my run. I just sat on that couch and I was like reading my book. How peaceful. Like I literally have this forest in front of me and this like comfy couch, and I was like, let me just read. And that's what I did. It was just so nice. I mean, it's so easy to like find peace and like calm in your everyday, but it's just through little actions, right? It's like the little choices that you make. And, you know, I'm like standing on my 2 feet, you know, and, like I can't complain. Guys, I just walked into literally like the most chill, least touristy, like secret place that like all the cool people go to. And I don't know what happened. I like stumbled in and I think I got like really like taken aback by like how chill the place was and how like hidden it was, because I was like, what the fuck is this door? I started talking to the cashier and I'm like, hey, is there anything vegan? And he's like, no, we don't have anything vegan, like it's meat, protein is important. And then instead of just being like, okay, I for some reason just kept going and I was like, oh, but you know beans also have protein and like soy. And he just looked at me like I was crazy. Why am I giving this guy a lecture? And then I left. But there was a really cute guy who was like staring at me in there, by the way, all tatted up, and I was like, if I had a book I would have sat down, but I gotta do some work and that's more important. So hey guys, it's the next day. It's about 6:30 a.m. and I'm making my little coffee. In Tulum in Mexico, you cannot drink the tap water, so I've been having to like go and buy water like almost every other day. So I woke up and instead of my run slash walk, because it had rained and I'm not trying to break an ankle running through the dirt roads, I went and I just got my little 5-liter jug of water. I actually have a very busy, oh my god, this coffee is like gurgling. Oh my god, okay, I hope it's like not too distracting. I think the coffee is almost done gurgling. That's a very annoying noise to have in the back when I'm trying to talk to you. Yesterday, I had the most embarrassing experience walking into that coffee shop that was like super cool and like hip, and I just stumbled in there. You know what's so funny is I had asked the barista there, because I just started talking to him because I was like looking at the menu. I was like, you know, I was like, oh, like this place is so hidden, you know, like that's so, like I almost missed it. And he was like, yeah, like we don't want tourists in here. And I don't know if it's the way that it sounds, but I immediately at that moment just wanted to be like, I'm not American. I'm not American. And I'm not American. And I couldn't say it because I was like, wait, am I like being paranoid? Like, do they not want me to be American? But like I'm coming off as American, but then if I say I'm not American, am I just like coming off as weird? Because there's no way that I wouldn't be American I don't know, as I said, I walked out of that cafe. I was like, okay, and then I left. You know what's so strange is like I've been thinking like a lot about like love, and I'm not like seriously considering like actually putting myself out there until I have some more material stability. But there have been like a few guys here that I've been kind of just, you know, just walking on the street and just, you know, like when you like look at someone and like they look back at you, and it's like, what a dilemma. Like I am not emotionally there, but then like, you know, physically, I don't know, maybe this is too much for the camp. This is too much. Anyways, I have a lot of work today, so what I'm gonna do is spend the entire day just staying in and reading, not reading, taking those meetings, working. My goodness. Yesterday I did end up finding that grocery store that I couldn't find earlier, and I got, I was gonna do a haul, but I got this like green celery juice. I love how I just talked about like budgeting, and I'm out here buying bottled green juice, but it was homemade, and I just really wanted something like healthy, you know, like good for the gut. It's probably good for the gut, right? But I chugged it all, so it's gone, and I can't really show you anymore. But it was good. I promise. And it looked very green. Yeah, you know what I'm gonna do? I think after I'm done with my meetings, we're gonna go on a long walk, and I'm gonna finally go to that park that I was mentioning, that like really cool like park with cool things. So I'm gonna do that after my meetings, and I think for now I'm just gonna drink my little coffee. Off we go. Also, sometimes, guys, like, it's so annoying having a certain kind of body, because I feel like anytime I walk outside, like, here is not bad at all. You know, like, when you're just so self-conscious because, like, okay, again, I feel like I need to get to know you first before I talk about things like this, so we'll talk later. You guys, I just had the most interesting meeting. Like, I don't know where to put you. That's really dangerous. Okay, just don't fall. I'm gonna get ready, actually. Let's get ready together. But like, you know, like when you're like about to go to a meeting, or like you have something with someone, and like I don't know if anyone else experiences this, probably not, because I'm insane and they're not, but like I will just get a vibe. Like, I will know if a meeting is going to go really well or not so well, because I will naturally feel either super calm or a little anxious. And I'm not someone who typically feels like super anxious before like anything work related, like unless I, for some reason or somehow, I'm picking up on how the meeting is actually going to go. But this morning, when I spoke with you guys earlier, like I just had a feeling, like I had a little bit of like a, ooh, like I'm kind of like really nervous for no reason, right? And I had this meeting and it wasn't bad, but like it was like definitely very difficult to navigate. Like the guy that I was talking to was like quite skeptical of me, which fair enough. And I also like, I didn't really come across as super like, you know, in tune with everything he was saying, because, well, he just wasn't fucking saying anything. I feel like, well, I don't really know why that happens, because like, what the fuck is that gonna do, right? Like, what am I, if I'm like randomly anxious before a meeting, and I know it's probably because like there's gonna be something that comes up, like, what am I supposed to do, you know? Like, I just thought I would mention for no reason. Anyways, I am a little bit crashing out, so what we're gonna do, I am going to find that park. Oh my god, I look like a clown. Oh man, I look so tired. I'm like questioning my entire life. I'm questioning everything, actually. Okay, now I'm just walking through a freaking forest. I don't even know where I'm going at this point. Okay, I'm a little scared now. There are men around, and I'm just in a fuck. Alright, I'm gonna go so I don't die. You know what's so exciting, though, is that I actually haven't been to this part of Tulum, and it's the first time that I'm like experimenting and exploring. Very empty, remote path. Again, through the forest. You know what? I feel like this is becoming like a survivor show. There's a guy on an ATV. Get the fuck out. Yo, let me hop on. Holy fuck, I got so overstimulated that I ended up walking into a 7-Eleven, and I was so fucking close to the park, but then this guy on a bike got off, and like I think he went into the forest to pee, but I was like, I don't want to walk past that, like that's so scary. And then I just fucking kept walking, and then ended up on the highway, or like the really busy road here that you're not supposed to like walk or run on, and I was like, I'm gonna die. So then I just accepted my fate, and I was like, you know what, if a car hits me, like I think I've lived enough of a life to go, you know, like I'm not tired, but no, I saw a 7-Eleven, and I was like, I'm just gonna seek refuge for a second and think about my life choices. But I have two options. I either go back and I make it to that park, which who knows if it even exists. I feel like The entire time that I'm in Mexico vlogging, like the lore will be figuring out whether or not this park truly exists or if I'm just delusionally imagining everything. I'm gonna make it back home, yo. There's just like a highway here and I don't want to walk where I just walked there because it's a little scary. You know what? I'm just gonna look at these avocados and like take a breath. Maybe I'll buy some tortillas. I feel like, you know, like when you're supposed to stay calm in like situations, I just go, well, what if an axe murderer comes out of the bushes and kills me? I don't think I'm necessarily the best person to like soothe myself. What a calming excursion. Yeah, I feel great now. I feel pretty calm. But you know what? Sometimes you do need a brush with like life or death to like be grateful for the failures in your life. Oh my god. Okay. I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna sit down and then I'm gonna take my next meeting and then I'll regroup and re-strategize. And that is the cycle of life. What a nice, calm, splendid day that I've had. Wow. But you know what, guys? Like, let's find the positives and everything, right? And we have AC in our unit, and it's such a lovely unit, you know? I'm just gonna sit and take my meeting. But you know what, guys? Sometimes, like, I feel like I come off as, like, very, like, calm, collected, as I have my crash out moments. Okay, we all do, no matter how capable or achieved or successful someone looks from the outside, which that's not even me. We all have our moments of inner despair and, you know, like, what the fuck are we doing in our lives? And that's just the emotion that I'm feeling today, you know, and it's normal. It's normal. So I'm gonna eat my chocolate pretzels. Yeah. I'm gonna see you in the next one. You know, one day we'll find that park. The last video of me in Tulum has to be me going to that park, and I will not go until the last day of that vlog. And the one person watching my journey here, well, maybe won't even appreciate that fact. But okay. Okay.